Welcome to Spyder Auto's taillight installation guide for the Genesis Coupe. Before we get started, you'll need a few things. You'll need a 10mm socket, some painter's tape or masking tape to protect your finish while we're working, and you should probably have a Phillips head screwdriver. Let's start by opening the trunk. Pop the deck lid and take a look in your trunk. You'll need to remove this access panel here. Just pull it loose. With the access panel removed, you can see there are 4 10mm nuts that we'll need to remove. I suggest using a deep socket. You may notice the taillight's starting to get a little loose, but we can't remove it yet. We still need to disconnect the wiring harness. After disconnecting the harness, unseat the taillight by pushing it gently outward. Now we can remove the taillight and set it aside for the moment. Before we can install the new taillight, we have to transfer a few things over from the old one. Let's take a look at the reverse of the lights. First, remove the gasket from the backside of the tail lamp assembly, so that way we can get at the harness and the bulbs behind it. This is important since we're not just transferring bulbs, we're transferring the wiring harness as well. Before we transfer anything, let's get the new tail light ready by removing its gasket as well. We'll start transferring the harness by loosening the white harness clip. Now we can start removing the bulbs. Remove the taillight bulbs and sockets from the taillight assembly. After removing all the bulbs and sockets, guide the wiring harness free of the retainer hook, and then you can remove the harness from the assembly. The wiring harness should now be free. It's worth noting that our test car has a modified wiring harness. Now it's time to transfer the harness to the new taillight. Let's start with the obvious and reinstall the bulb sockets into the new taillight. Now, when we get to the brake lamp bulb, things change a little. Locate and remove the brake lamp bulb from its socket. Now, we'll connect the LED bulb socket insert in its place. Insert the socket fully into the new housing and twist it securely into position, as leaky socket seals tend to cause condensation problems. On the left, there's a red wedge insert. Connect the red wedge insert to the side marker bulb socket. However, before you do, make sure to match the socket wires, red wire lined up with the green wire and the black wires lined up with each other. It's critical that you hook these up the right way because if you reverse the connection, you will blow fuses. So once again, line up that red and green wire and line up the 2 black wires when you make that connection. With the bulb sockets all back in place, now we need to replace the taillight gasket. This is important because without it, you could have serious condensation issues later on. Now let's seat our new taillight. Now reinstall the four 10mm taillight mounting nuts. With the taillight secured, now we just have to reconnect the taillight wiring harness. Tuck the harness safely out of the way, and then reinstall the access cover panel. Yeah, buddy! Your ride is now rocking a set of new taillights from Spyder Auto. Videography by Nitro Nick.